What up, what up, what up, man? Man, this is my second time shooting this, all right, guys. So I'm gonna have to talk even faster this time because I thought I had recorded and I didn't hit record, right? So on the camera and it just didn't go through it, right? So let's try this again, guys. Welcome back to D's Daily DD. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, right? A lot of stuff happened over this weekend, right? A lot of hype. I definitely feel like some things sketchy happened with the price action. I didn't trust it, right? How do you have AMC releasing just amazing news, good news as a company, right? Just as a fundamental play. And then you see that the price just kind of took a dive in the morning, even after it was up, 15, 14% in the pre-market. Kind of wacky, kind of crazy. I also have this interview to show you, right, with Adam Aaron, and he was talking about, just some numbers and what happened and how he still holds shares and whatnot, right? So I'm gonna update you with the most current information, guys, right? As always, thanks for coming back, watching the videos. Hope you had some fun this weekend, right? Got some barbecues or pool action or friends, family, right? All that good stuff, because it's good to just take your mind off things. So yeah, we have the catalyst coming up this week, guys. We got GME with its earnings tomorrow. We have on June the vote, right, to see if GME is going to accept the share split, basically the share dividend. And then Friday we have the executive order that everyone's paying attention to, right, 14032, where it's 2 for 2 in the past, because when AMC had its rips, guys, it the price reflected it, and it has to do with the collateral, right? If you haven't looked into it, Boss Blunts does a good job. There's a couple of YouTube channels that kind of explain it, right? So I've explained it a little bit too in the past, but right now we're just gonna, have to jump into the information so I don't make it a crazy long video. But yeah, I got some stuff to show you guys. All right, cool. So hit that like if you get some information, right? Hit that subscribe, guys. And yeah, if you don't know TMI, right, his YouTube channel. Shout out to him. He used to be the mass investor. Well, that's the name of the channel. He used to wear a mask, and today he took off his mask and he showed everybody what he looks like, guys, right? So I'm a big supporter of him, right? He's part of the AMC family, so shout out to him. And yeah, let's move on. Okay, so I don't recommend playing options if you don't know what you're doing, guys. It is very tricky. It's very risky. You can lose all your money, right? So do what you want to do with your money. But I played, an AMC option, and I played different options on different ones. But this one, I happened to just do a straddle, because when I saw the price at $9, $10, I was like, there's no way. Like from here, it has to go up, right? They've already tried pushing it down. So I did a straddle where you get different strikes, right? So you get like 16, 24, 30, 80, 90, whatever, right? You get different ones along the way. So this happened to be a $16 AMC call. And I sold it because it would have been dumb for me not to take the profit, right? We're looking at 154% profit on this one alone, right? $150. So that's why I had to take it. I was like, you know what? Options are moving fast right now. They can lose value very fast. So on that one, I ended up selling one of them, but I still hold my shares, guys, right? I don't touch them. I added a few more today, a couple more, three more, right? But I hold a lot, and then for my financial situation, right? And then I have 3 calls left, right? Okay, so they're out for July, basically, right? So still got a lot of time on them, but this was the one that expired the soonest. Like it was about to expire in a couple weeks, right? So then I was like, all right, cool. I got profit on it. Let's cut it. So that's what you do when you're trading, right? You got to make the decisions of like when to get in, when to get out. And then let's go to Twitter. I'm gonna play this video for y'all, and pay attention to what he says.
Since the pandemic began on March 11th of 2020, up almost a little more than 11% this morning. But if you were in this for the 1 year, it's down by about 38%. I think year to date, it's down pretty sharply too. All of that makes your stock sales at the end of last year look pretty well timed. I think $42 million you sold. At the time, you said you would not be selling anymore. Is that still the case?
Yeah, I'm not selling stock.
Not selling.
I don't like to admit this on CNBC, but I turned 67 years of age in September, and back last July, I said it was time for some estate planning, and that I expected to sell some shares at the end of the year, which I did. I also said in mid-January that I was done selling, and I own almost 800,000 AMC shares. I have another 2.1 million AMC shares that have been granted that will vest over the next 2.5 years. Needless to say, I have an enormous incentive to act like a shareholder and think like a shareholder, because I am one of the largest AMC shareholders.
You
Largest.
pointed out that retail investors have really embraced your stock, have poured into it. I think at one point it was something like 80% of your shareholders were retail investors. Is that still the case? How
All right,
closely
here
do
we
you
go.
track it?
We track it.
They track it, right?
Generally speaking, those are still the numbers. Plus or minus a point or two. But the numbers that we said publicly were around 80%. As I said, plus or minus. It changes every day, but around 80%. But we also said if you take out the index funds, who are forced to own our stock by definition, then retail investors are
85
in the
to
neighborhood
90.
of 85 to 90% of our shareholders. It's a lot of people out there, both in the U.S. and overseas, I might add, who believe in movie theaters, who believe in AMC. We're honored to have them as.
Okay, as of today, right, we own 85 to 90% of the float according to him, and they say they track it, right? They won't give us the proof, but they say they're tracking it, right? So I wanted to show you that video, guys. And then over here, that's what does not add up to me, right? Is the Ortex data from today, now reporting 175.56 million shares on loan for AMC. That's over 34% of the free float. Up, it was at 1645, up 13.93%, right? That's how much it was up, even though it didn't close at that, right? Before the drop, and which in my opinion was fake, guys. Like, it doesn't look right, Like, you have AMC setting records and the Top Gun movie setting records, they're doing very well, and you see the stock go down. And the fact that Cinemark is more right than AMC. But let's not get into that. That's just a side note. But yeah, guys, it was up as much as almost 14%, right? I believe in the pre-market, it was crazy. But you see the volume coming in, right? And then here, just again, according to Fintel, institutional shares, 191 million. So that's 37% of the float, right? So how do you have 85, 90%? Then you have 37%. That's over 100%. On top of the shares that are being shorted, right? On top of the ETFs, this is just too many shares, right? According to all these numbers. So we go to the chart, guys. I'm going to point it out here in the 2-minute chart. This candle in pre-market alone was 648,000 shares traded right there, right? But the price went down right there and then back up. I don't understand that little part, but just a lot of volume. That's how I knew today, we would see over 100 million volume, because it was just nuts in pre-market too. And then, of course, we open and we drop dramatically, even though the SPY was kind of neutral, flat today. Nothing crazy happened with it, but yeah, just continue to be shorted down, right? Even though it was trying to break right here, but then the SPY went down, it just came back down. All right, so right now we're sitting at 1440, but I'm looking for 1450, guys. We need to rip back above 1450, because that zone goes all the way back to, I'm gonna zoom out, right, to the rip. It's the top of this, triangle here. So if it can become a support, it's gonna become a very strong support, right? I've seen it before. So yeah, I'm bullish, right? I'm apish. We got the catalyst this week, so I just happen to believe that the price is going to go up. Of course, if you're a bear, it can, get rejected, start making its way back down this way. But I believe we're in the right, position right now to start going up after it broke this resistance. You see the snap, broke this resistance. Now the next one is right here around 1650, all right? According to this. And then the strong one, which we're waiting to see if it's the fourth test. If it can reach it, it's going to be around 23.25 or 23.50. Well, by this point, maybe 21, right? Like 20 is going to be a big spot for us to break. But if we can get that breakout, yeah, I can see us going easily to 34 or higher, right? Depending on the volume. Okay, so I am still positive because I'm looking at the past charts too, and it doesn't guarantee anything, but we're seeing the volume come in, right? The indicators are looking good. So that part is good. We're gonna zoom back out. I can show you the EMAs here real quick too. We're right in the middle. We're trying to break past it, and if the major one again would be the top, the 200 EMA, right? So that's what I'm looking for right now. Let me take these off. Like I said, you just got to take it day by day, and I like to go back because, again, in the same price action here, right, was when it dipped down, and then next thing you know, you just see the massive rip, right? So it's like we could be right here, right, where it can come back down, bounce, and then start ripping, all right? As long as the volume keeps pumping up, all right, that's what I want to see is higher volume. And tomorrow to 80 million to 100 million. But we have GME too that's gonna, have its earnings, gonna have a lot of attention the next few days. And again, we go back here, 1, 2, 3. You have a red day, another red day, and then it rips, right? In the same pattern, right after it went down, bounced, may start making its way back up. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm expecting right now, right? To be honest, it's my opinion. But you see this, right, come here, and then so we need to get past this 1650. All right, we'll have to see if we can get the volume the next couple days. Let's go ahead and look at GME. Kind of had the reverse day. It went down, right? Fell off and just got shorted pretty heavily, even though there's been 0 shares for like 4 days, right? So you see it come down, the EMAs here, and I just can see the volume pick up the next few days. Okay, and then we're looking at the SPY, which had just a neutral day, kind of dog water, not really nothing to see here. And you see it make kind of a rip, but nothing really crazy, although it's not looking too strong right now because it lost the support here at 414, right? So we'll see if it comes back up tomorrow and makes its way back up. All right, so let's look at this. I do have some good things to point out here. The interest or the borrow fee is still pretty high, 7.2%. Then you have 28,000 calls in the money currently, right? And don't forget about last week, 69,000, right? That landed in the money. So that's good to see. They have to come up with those shares, right? And then we're looking at 15 is the line I'm looking at. I want to see it close above 15 by Friday, right? Because then you're gonna get 19,000 more calls. There's a lot of on that line right there, right? So that's what I'm paying attention to, guys. And then the volume was insane at the opening, 35 million shares right there, and the fee had dropped a little bit, but it went up. So 7.2 and then 1.3 million shares available supposedly, right? Let's see tomorrow, this week, if we can continue to see this fee go up, right? And remember, June 1st, the rates go up, banks, everything, Fed, they're raising it, so watch out for that. We got 28,000 calls in the money, and then that's good to see, a lot of open interest. And then we have puts, only 2,700 in the money, right? And a lot of puts are worthless right now, as of right now, so that's good to see. We could see these going even lower in my opinion, and we have a lot of open interest that could help us, right, move up and cause maybe a gamma squeeze right into next week because of June 3rd, guys, right? Watch out for June 3rd. I don't expect anything on that day though, guys, okay? Just to be honest, it usually takes a couple days to see because then that's when the margin calls hit, right? So then let's move on. Nothing else really I think to talk about here. Gonna point this out. So Vanguard showed up today. It's the 31st. From what I know, the white is still open positions, right? These are still open. And you had a short that's still open here, and then someone closed out. And then you have this short position that I think they're down, right? Because of the date, 5/27. They shorted 48,000 shares, which was a new position on this. That's when it was filed, right? So hopefully those shorts are down, right? Because the price has gone up. And I don't know why they would short it right before this came out. Top Gun Maverick, right? Just setting new box office records. Took the box office this weekend, setting a new record, right? This gives the film the record, the biggest opening over Memorial Holiday weekend, overtaking the Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, which made 153 million in 2007. Maverick surpassed expectations, right? So you're seeing surpass expectations, but you see the stock go down, right? So that's what's weird. The ticket booth this weekend, they forecasted the film to make closer to 80 million for the weekend, and they made over 150 million over for 4-day holiday weekend. It's easily Cruise's biggest debut at the box office over his 40-year career. Market stars with his first 100 million opening. So congratulations to him, right? That's crazy success. And then, it was AMC has a big market share, guys, right? So in all, nearly 4 million guests came to AMC in the United States to see a movie during the holiday weekend, according to the company. Additionally, approximately 1.1 million guests saw a movie at AMC International Theaters. That's a lot of people, guys. And yeah, like that's why the stock popped. It was up 15-16% in the pre-market trading, regular trading hours. They kept on shorting it, right, guys, to control it down, right? In my opinion, not financial advice. So yeah, guys, that's just what I got for you guys today. I think we have a lot of things to stay positive about this week. I think the ball's in our corner, right? I think they're definitely sweating these shorties, right? And yeah, guys, congratulations to AMC, right? To Tom Cruise, right? That was a big thing this weekend, big holiday weekend. In my opinion, right? That was not natural, the price action for today, especially after the good news. And maybe it'll hit tomorrow, right? We'll have to see. Maybe they have to buy back a bunch of shares tomorrow because of the options from last week. Because usually have to buy them by Wednesday, market close. Got GME, right? Helping us too. We got the SPY of that rips, guys. We're going up. Okay, guys. So, yeah. Thanks for coming back, watching another video. It's your boy D, saying later. Peace out.